Good evening, Greg here. Burn at both ends, burning on the back end of Tuesday, but it's technically Wednesday, 12:21 a.m. Pacific. It is the 22nd of August, 2018, and my ends post this morning, which is linked down below, was all about loving the grind. And as I'm getting into these commitments, my side hustle commitment for this nonprofit donation widget, and then my 9-to-5 hustle, or my 9-to-5 gig, which is going to be project managing these two projects. I mean, both are really kind of big commitments, but you know, they're letting me just get into the grind, and I'm really understanding why it's so important to love the grind. And this is a concept that I got from Gary Vaynerchuk. Love his content specifically on this topic. I think it's fantastic because it's so critical, and it's like if I didn't love the grind, then something's probably wrong, and I probably chose the wrong path. And that's kind of like where I am right now, and I have to admit, it's really easy to understand what I have to be doing. Right before, when I was analyzing a bunch of different things for the side hustle, it could be difficult to figure out which is the highest priority, because I might have three things that are like, well, they're all kind of on the same tier, so I'm not really sure what to work on. But now that I made this commitment, this nonprofit donation widget, it's easy. I know exactly what I have to do. We have a training call in 2 days. I have to listen to the audio, and then I gotta take notes, and then, you know, and right now I'm filling the pipeline. So it's like, who am I reaching out to? Who am I following up with for introductions? And then, of course, there's going to be filling the pipeline just myself, naturally, just cold call style. And then there's going to be filling the pipeline, like, not cold call, but cold walk in and say hello and introduce myself style, right? Like face-to-face style. So, you know, hitting all these three to fill the pipeline, getting the training. You know, we had a training call today. It was awesome. Really enjoying, right. So Peter is like one of the co-founders, and then he's brought on Suzanne, who's going to lead the sales team. And I just love what she brings to the table. She's going to crush it. I love like what she's setting up, the things she's talking about. You know, she's really highlighting this fact that, like, we're in a startup, but she wants to apply as much organization as possible, but still like realize that we're in a startup and it's going to be kind of loose and like by the seat of our pants. But we're still going to have some, you know, and especially around sales, and I get that, because it's important that we're all saying the same message. Because what I think is going to happen is, through the sales process, is the customer is going to talk to many of us, especially if they come through me, because I'm only hitting this part-time, and so I can't be there all the time for phone calls. And so there's going to have to be kind of like a team sales thing going on, and not just to get to the sale, but then like through the integration. And I think that's actually going to be a real benefit to the customer, because then they're going to get to know the people in the company. They'll be able to talk to anyone and get what they need. I think that's a better model than, I got that one person at that company that I talk to, and then if they leave or if something weird happens, then who do I talk? You know, like, so. But I'm loving what Peter brings to the table. I'm loving what Suzanne's bringing to the table. I'm excited. We're going to get involved in some sales calls and some role playing, and I'm super excited about it. And so, yeah, so this is just back to the grind. So like right now, I'm in the grind. It's a lot of fun. And I have to say that iCore program that I did, even though it's totally unrelated from a, you know, this is a nonprofit donation widget. I was working with like a high tech, crazy invention from really intelligent, PhD, 30-year physicists, right? Not that that's any judgment at all on Peter's team and the talent that he's got. I mean, he's got incredibly talented people, and their product is just proof that they know exactly what they're doing. So it's just. Here, I was going from customer discovery, and now I'm going to sales. And what I'm finding with the iCore, like the process I used to find the customers, it's like the same process. And it's so incredible how well this has prepared me. I would have never guessed in a million years that it would prepare me so well. So incredible. And I'm using the same tricks on LinkedIn, the same. I mean, I'm not always actually. I'm more on the computer, because I've noticed that there are some things in LinkedIn that don't happen on my phone. Like when you want to connect with someone, and then you want to get that little like 300 character box to say something in. sometimes well, not sometimes, but like on my phone, I don't think that box appears. And then sometimes online, the box doesn't appear. Like if you just have the grid of all the people, I think that if you just hit connect, it just goes right down. I'm like, oh. So you have to like go to their profile, hit connect, and then you get the extra box in there. And I find that that's magical, right? Those 300 or 200 characters or 300, whatever it is. If I can put the right keywords in there, I will get a response. I must have gotten like 80% response during the iCore program on just people I did not know, that I just said, these are the things we're doing, this is where we're from, we want to, you're an expert, right? So you got to sugarcoat it a little bit. You're an expert, we'd like to talk to you. So very, I mean, it's really kind of uncanny how well that's matching up. Just that iCore experience and what I have to do right now. So yeah, and so that's what I'm up to. I'm in the grind for both 9 to 5 and also for the side hustle. Training, lots of training. Training on both sides of things, right? The side hustle and for the 9 to 5. Project management training for the 9 to 5. Psyched for that. I'll be learning from like one of the extremely seasoned project managers where I work. So that's going to be awesome. And yeah, and like I was saying, like 2 years from now, so August 2020 is going to be a very exciting time because we'll be wrapping up those projects. Actually, August 20. No, it's actually going to be, I'm sorry, February 2020 we'll be wrapping up those projects unless there's some crazy delay in funding. Those are about 18-month projects, but I wouldn't be surprised if they slip a bit, but you never know. So yeah, early 2020, we should start seeing some serious upside to this whole grind right now that I'm in. On the project management side, we should start seeing some hardware, and we should start seeing some folks testing some hardware and things working. That's always very exciting to build something from scratch. And then on the nonprofit widget side, that's a time where should start seeing some the account grow, the account that I'm building. My goal is to get to 30 million by the end of the year. That's kind of unrealistic, but at that revenue, well, that wouldn't be revenue. That would be the total donation amount that then filters down to revenue, which filters down to my commission. Which, when I get to that point, that $30 million point, that's a whole new world for me financially. And so that's one of the near-term goals, and I'm trying to set a unrealistic, ridiculous, like I bet you can't do this goal for this year, 30 million. So and the bulk of it's going to happen, or the bulk of the work needs to happen in between now and I'd say you probably say Halloween. Right, because once you get past Halloween, and this is the tricky part about navigating the holiday season if you're not like selling consumer products, right? Is like, November and December is almost like 1 month, and if you don't really get things done much by Halloween, you got like a small window before Thanksgiving. And I mean, if you want to try to do something in those first 2 weeks of December, good luck. If you're not hitting people or hitting people December 1st when they get back from Thanksgiving and they're ready for it, so they get you an answer by the 15th, because once you hit the 15th or so and holiday parties start popping up and people start, leaving early, and it's just hard to get decisions made, especially if you need like many people together for a decision. So really navigating this time of the year is critical. And so the way that I see it, and I was so thrilled to hear Suzanne say the same thing on the call today, but it's like between now and Halloween is the big push to get these folks using this widget, seeing the performance, so that way in December they can have it fully installed and ready to rock and roll, because a third of their donations come in December, about half come in November and December. So that's why it's like Halloween. It's like and I think that we can use that as some light pressure, because this is a very soft sell. I mean, this is not a car salesman. That's why I like it so much, because it's such a soft sell. It's just, here, look, we have data that shows that if you use this simple thing to use, it 50% increase in donations. Pretty clever, huh? Yeah, it's simple to use. Look how easy it is. Integration's easy. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's like there's nothing else. I mean, there are a bunch of other little questions here and there, but they're all, it's amazing how well Peter and his team have built this product out. It's very impressive. And so, a little bit of pressure. Hey, maybe you want to try this in the month of October, so that way when November hits, you got it, and then December is golden, and you'll have the best closeout year ever with our product. And then you'll be thrilled that you're using it all next year, as opposed to finding out from other nonprofits how they benefited, right? So this is the pitch. I mean, it's beautifully simple. It's like either you can try it now, and it's super easy to try, or anyway, I'm just practicing my pitch on my post. So that's good. And thanks for staying here till the end. So I will wrap there. So it's the grind, loving the grind. I'm realizing how important that is. And it's just fun at this point. It's hard work. There's no doubt. It's hard work. There are times where I don't feel like doing it. There's no doubt about that. There are times where I second guess myself, second guess the opportunity, confidence drops. But overall, definitely confidence remains high. So with that, I will wrap. Have a great night. Get some sleep. I'm certainly looking forward to some sleep. Wake up tomorrow, light it up, crush it, do great things, inspire folks, and I will end you in the morning.